Hello, it's me, 1212 Sailor. This is my first Pokedex entry. Now, I'm gonna warn you, I'm not gonna go in order, like, they're numbered. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. So today's Pokemon is the iconic Pokemon that basically represents the entire franchise, Pikachu. Now, I picked Pikachu for my starter because it is really the easiest to talk about. And the thing is, Pikachu is arguably the best known character out of Pokemon, including all of the human characters. Pikachu is the main character. I mean, I know a lot of you are going to say that Ash is the main character, but he's not. He is part of the main character's personality. He feeds Pikachu's character. Pikachu has a little bit more of a character than he does. Granted, I don't really watch the show anymore. I basically stopped watching after the Hoenn. And I do occasionally catch the movies, but I gotta say, out of all of the characters, and I'm including all of the Pokemon ever, up to this very moment in time, all of the Pokemon ever, Pikachu is my favorite character. Now, the thing is, Pikachu not only became the icon of the Pokemon franchise, but Pikachu also became, well, basically, Pikachu became an icon for many a person's childhood. Pikachu is a treasured icon who no one can erase from history. And in the games, like, the original game was the yellow version, and it was, looking back on it, by today's standards, it was crappy. Now, I'm not saying I didn't like that game. Don't get me wrong. I abso-freaking-lutely love that game. That game was my childhood. And there's a reason that game was my childhood, because I played it all the time. And it was severely cool to be able to have this little electric mouse Pokemon follow you around during this game. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was incredible. And so, basically, Pikachu is an electric mouse. Pikachu shoots lightning out of its cheeks, and in the games, it does it when you tell it to. In the show, it has a mind of its own, so he does it when he wants to. And when Ash tells him to. And the thing is, Pikachu's awesome. Now, in some of the later games, after the original Red and Green series, we found out that Pikachu had a pre-evolution. We already knew about Raichu, which is its post-evolution, which is the evolution it turns into when you give it a Thunderstone. And the thing about Raichu is a powerful Pokemon. I will admit it. Now, if anyone has actually seen the episode where Ash battles Lieutenant Surge, which is the electric-type gym leader in the original series, they will know that Pikachu actually won the fight against the Raichu, because when you evolve your Pikachu into a Raichu, if you evolve it too soon, it doesn't learn any of the speed-based things that it can learn as a Pikachu, but it can't learn as a Raichu. So basically, you shouldn't evolve it until it learns a bunch of moves, and then you give it a Thunderstone, and then it can learn a bunch of electrical moves. Now, that's in the show. In the games, it basically works the same way, except for one thing. In the games, your Pokemon can only know 4 moves, so that's a serious drawback for that. And the thing is, Raichu is awesome. Nobody's denying this. Raichu kicks ass. And yeah, Raichu kicks ass. And the thing is, I didn't really like Pikachu's pre-evolution. Don't get me wrong. Its pre-evolution is adorable and completely mischievous and one of the cutest Pokemons that ever existed. But that's all it is. It's cute. It doesn't actually do much of anything. So there's really no point to it. And it only really shows up a couple of times in the movies and maybe once or twice in the show. In the games, you really only get it if you put a male and a female Pikachu in the daycare center. And really, you basically just evolve it into a Pikachu. You don't have to give it a Thunderstone, so it just evolves into a Pikachu, and you move on. Now, in the games, I know for a fact up to the at least in the Precious Gem versions of the games, Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald, you had to go to the Safari Zone to catch a Pikachu. And I think you might be able to trade for one in the Sapphire version, but I don't remember where. I think it's in Fortree City. But it's actually a little annoying that you can't go out and just catch a Pikachu anywhere you want. You have to go to the Safari Zone. I don't know, that always kind of ticked me off. So, basically, Pikachu hasn't changed much over the years. Its look has stayed the same. It's always been Pikachu, and it always will be. And that's really all there is to know about Pikachu. See you next time!